What's up YouTube? Sacred Sage here, and I'm back with another video. This time I learned a new way to do eye reflection. I was watching YouTube trying to come up with new ideas, and I seen this guy YouTube channel is called Parmy, I believe. It's hard to pronounce, but he does a lot of YouTube videos, and I came across this one. He knows his stuff, and I watched that video and then I realized I can add on to this, right? So that's what we're going to talk about, this eye reflection. Now I'm going to show you the image already of the finished product of the eye reflection. You see those, it just looks so amazing. So, and it's different from a spotlight. A spotlight's kind of overbearing at times. So let's go into our perspective view. And at the moment, I have two different light sources. I have a ring and I have a rectangle. Now I also have one hidden because there's also a cone here too. But I didn't want the cone in this one. I just wanted the ring and the rectangle. So that being said, I'm gonna walk y'all through how to make this. So basically I got all three of these things hooked up to my camera. So let's start out by making a new camera. We'll just call it something random, it doesn't matter. Copy, accept. Now I'm gonna go to primitive, plane, and I am going to make a division of 2, not 1, and I will show you why in a minute. So there's that primitive done. Now let's go ahead and we'll get a torso. We just hit accept on that one. The base ones are fine for that, and also for the cylinder. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we just put this, and this right to the camera. Bam. So anywhere this camera moves, those primitives moves as well. It makes it a lot easier moving it into position versus using the up, down, left, right, and the rotation and all that sort of number. All right. So the reason why I did 2 divisions on the rectangle, let's get into perspective. Now we're going to hide the torso, or torso, listen to me, and the cylinder. So we just have the square. Now a square is nice. You can make a diamond. You can kind of, rotate it to the side if you want and get a nice, awesome reflection if you want. But let's say you don't want to do that. Well, the reason why we did divisions of 2 is so that you can break this down. So we go into geometry editor. So we go tools, and then we go to geometry editor. Now, since this has more than one division, we can click. Whoopsie, that did not work. That's not how it's supposed to be. Hold on. Let's go ahead and go back. And then, oh, that's why I got the cylinder selected. So let's try that again. Let's go to tools and geometry editor. So click, hold control, click again, and now we can right click, and then we can go ahead and delete selected polygons. Yes, and now we have our rectangle. So that was the whole purpose of that. So from this point, you can just kind of mess with it and get it to where you want it. So a good starting spot for all these is going to the X and just hitting -90. And this is the lit up side. So we'll go ahead and do the torso. Let's go ahead and do all of these, and we will just do -90. Now I do mine on both sides just in case, sometimes it might get turned around when you're moving them around or whatnot. So I end up just doing it on both sides anyways. I'm gonna hide the cylinder. I didn't mean to do cylinder. I meant to do the cone. So I don't even know why I still have that. Let's go ahead and the cylinder and the square. There's really not a purpose for it, because the cylinder is literally just the back end of this cone anyways, and the square is just one side. You might as well just use this, right? The square is basically this rectangle except times 6. So that being said, we gotta get these things admissive, because right now it's not shooting out any light whatsoever. If we go into iRay view, it's not going to shoot out any light. So come on, you can do it. My GPU, I feel so sorry for it. It never gets a break. So while this is booting up, what we're going to do is we're going to select this and have open the surfaces. So we're going to select plane and the torus, go to preset, then we're going to go to shaders. See, it's just a donut. It's not shooting out any sort of light. So texture. Alright, so select both of these, go into surfaces, go to editor, have them both here. And then we go into shaders and we go down to iRay, open up iRay, and then we go to emissives. This shader right here, this is what makes it makes it happen. This is the magic. So then we click on that. Now, boom, they're bright and they're white. They're now shooting out light. So then we just go back to surfaces in the editor and we change the lumens and whatever. So me personally, what I have done to make things simpler for me is, first of all, this can be whatever color you want to, but I start out at 6,000, and that's a nice white. You know how it works. The lower it goes, the more orange and red. The higher, more of a blue temperature type thing. You can also say I turn on 2 sides. If I'm doing a nighttime scene, I'll change the color, so you can actually change it with the emissive color and go to like this blue, and now it'll shoot out that blue instead of the white. So I changed the lumen units to the KCD because it's the same as the ghost lights that I use. It's just a preference, and I start out at a even 200. Now in some scenes I might bring it down, I might bring it up. It really just depends on the scene, but this is the base starting point of this new way that I have come across to do a good eye reflection. And then all you got to do, let's say, oh, well, I got to set up for the next scene. Well, then you just hop into the camera like this, and then you just go wherever you need to go. Let's say we're going to take a nice close-up of, and this works best in portrait type styles too, but it can work in others. I've been using it on almost every shot that I do, but it works best for the portrait style. And then you just come over here, and then bam, look, they came with you. So that's the easy way to move these primitives around to get a good eye reflection instead of using the spotlight. The spotlight is good in certain situations, but now that I come across this, I don't do only a spotlight, because this way gives a really good feel to those eyes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, think about subscribing, hit that thumbs up, and until next time, take care.